In the heart of Central America, you can find El Salvador, a city with 21,000 square kilometers that ends at the Pacific Ocean. El Salvador is a country with beautiful beaches, incredible views, and friendly people that are hard-working. There's an economy which is finally opening its doors to foreign investment. It's hard to believe that as recently as 1980, El Salvador lived through a civil war that lasted 12 years. This terrible situation led to deep wounds within the country that affected the most important people, family. Lives began to be destroyed by alcoholism, addictions, mental disease, and families were torn apart. Poverty and few prospects for the future impacted the lives of many children. It is precisely these children that La Casa de mi Padre was built to serve.
In
October of 2001, my wife and I and Salvadorian and American friends found ourselves in the downtown area of San Salvador. There was a lady who was living with 50 children in an abandoned home. What we found there was a very critical situation where the children were malnourished, they were sleeping on the floor, and they were just generally living in atrocious conditions. In time, we began to bring food, of course, to the children. We also brought clothing and bedding and shoes so they could at least be more comfortable in the situation. And of course, we also took them to medical treatment. After a while, specifically in 2003, we made the decision, in conjunction with Dr. Aubrey Knight in the United States, to form an agency that could request and process donations. It's from these sources in the U.S. that we receive most of our funding. In recent years, we have come to determine that the needs of these children are far beyond just food and shelter and education and health. It's much more complex. Our children come from families that are disintegrated. They've had disrupted family relations, difficult situations, and they've been hurt emotionally. For the most part, you can see this in their activities and their actions. Our program offers a safe area with health and love, a good shelter, education, but we give more than that. We give personal attention in an environment where they can work through problems together. We have customized education, and we focus on them individually. And since these children are going to be with us for a long time, we also want to give them orientation and preparation for a family life. We create a healthy family environment by creating in the actual living environment fathers, mothers, and aunts and uncles that are part of the house that show them how to be loved and to experience the life to live in a Christian family. Our work wouldn't be complete unless we were taking care of the relationship with a biological family. We know one day they may leave here, and naturally they would normally return to that biological family possibly
Por esa
with
razón,
bad
nosotros
living
queremos trabajar
conditions
con los
still.
familiares y ayudarles a mejorar su
So we
calidad
want
de
to help
vida,
the whole
sanar
family
sus
to
propias heridas
improve
y
their
superar
life.
sus dificultades.
We want them to be
Nuestra
able to
meta es
prepare for
proveer
difficult
restauración
times.
familiar.
We
Queremos
want to
promover
promote
relaciones saludables entre nuestros
healthy
niños
living
y sus familiares
conditions
que duren para siempre.
and living
¿Verdad? Creemos
that
en
lasts for long
romper
periods of
patrones
time.
generacionales que han existido por años
And we
y que
believe
pueden
that
incluso impactar generaciones futuras.
these bad habits
Creemos
that
que
have
los
lived for
cambios
years
que se lleven a cabo en
can
nuestros niños
change,
van a impactar a sus
and that
futuras
those
familias.
changes will impact
¿Verdad?
those
Y sabemos,
children.
estamos conscientes que esto es un reto, pero es una
We
misión
also
que vale
know
la pena y hemos
that this is
comenzado a dar los
difficult,
primeros pasos
but
para
it's a
realizar
mission which
creativamente el
makes
trabajo con las
sense and is
familias.
worthwhile. We know that our plans were bigger than what we could offer in this one space. In 2005, we bought this farm in Santo Tomas, which is about 10 minutes from the city of San Salvador and is on the freeway from the airport to San Salvador. And we made a collective decision not to borrow money because it wouldn't be good for the future for what we wanted to do. The project was reviewed by experts in the U.S. and created to be a program that was different. We're going to have 4 houses. Each house will have 6 to 8 children. There'll be a building of administration, a treatment area, a recreation area, a schoolhouse, and a personal area for the missionaries that come help. Of course, with 35 children that we currently have, it wouldn't be right to have just one house. So we made the decision to create phase 1, which would be 4 houses that we're going to have. After phase 1, we're going to continue with 2 more phases. In phase 2, we're going to build 2 more homes and finish the schoolhouse and a visitation house and other recreation areas. After the winter of 2007, we started preparing for streets and roads within the property. And we have under construction a chapel.
De oración que fue donado por una persona de la Bolsa Samaritana que nosotros consideramos que será la base para el ministerio.